All right, hello, it's 11:30, and it is the 29th. As the storm winds up, and, we're going to actually start off looking at the pressure drop here that this storm actually, because this was a bombogenesis type of storm, which means it intensified rapidly. So the Weather Channel had a great animation. Of course, I can't find it online, but we'll have to use this one at Ventu Sky. So this is the storm at midnight last night, so roughly 24 hours ago. All right. You can see it's at 29.50 in inches. So let's take a look and see what happens here at 10 a.m. this morning. And then look at how it intensified now, 28.9. So you can see how this thing deepened rapidly. And throughout the day, it deepened even more rapidly from 1 to, look at this, 28.8. It got even deeper here. So, yeah, I know. This doesn't have isobars on it. I don't know why. I can't. Love to get a map with the isobars to show you exactly how this thing kind of just deepened. But I guess we can use a model and it'll kind of show it. We rewind the model and we'll take a look at that. But let's go look at the satellite image right now, and you'll see there's the storm pulling away finally. And this bitterly cold Arctic air is now in place right now that we're dealing with. So let's take a look at this storm here on the satellite. I'm going to go to the North American U.S. Atlantic coast view here, so we get to see, and we're going to run this the full. Let's go 240 frames. That's not the right one. That is not the right one. Let's try that again. There we go. So let's run this now. I got to get this back to the third. Let's go the full 240 frames. This is as much as we got, so we could visualize how this storm kind of got going here. We got to wait for it to load, but we should see it shortly. It's going to take a little while because this is a 240 frame loop, but I kind of want to show you how this thing cycled. So this is, you can see this is it. Look at how this thing blossomed. This is it is during the day. It almost looks like it has an eye to it. And you can see it's just really a lot of convection around it, particularly into New England. And now it is now affecting Maine. So we're going to look at this again. One more time, you can see, look at that bright convection there. Just really looking like just digging into that tropical moisture, and really just it's all just really just exploded there, this storm. And the reason why, I have plenty of warm water to work with. So if we go to earthnullschool.net, which also shows our storm here, but let's go and take a look at the ocean, and we'll get to those totals in a moment, and sea surface temperature anomalies. You can see, look at all that very warm water off the east coast there. That is fuel for the storm. People are like, well, how does warmer than normal ocean temperatures fuel snowstorms? So this is how. Because that's the storm got its energy from that water. And once it got into this spot, that's the 4070 benchmark right there, where you have this huge anomaly of over 12 degrees Fahrenheit above normal water, that bright yellow there, above normal sea surface temperatures. That's where it really just took off. And again, I'll pull this out so you can see this a little easier here. And again, see, look at that, 16 degrees above normal, the water temperature in that spot right now. So that's 16 degrees Fahrenheit above normal for a sea surface temperature in that around that 4070 benchmark. And look at that. So that's a sea surface temperature of nearly 60 degrees that far north. Very unusual. And so that helped give the storm its energy to really blow up and really do a number on our area. And if we go and we look at the precipitation, we'll look at the radar here. Look at that. It's actually showing thunderstorms, actually, on the east part. We're going to have to look and see at the lightning, too, as well. But let's just rewind this radar here so you get a chance to get an idea of what, again, happened earlier today. So this morning, 3 in the morning. The heavy bands really seem to set up over central Suffolk County. You can see that here, looking at that. That's where the heavy banding occurred. And you can see, and then there was another band that kind of set up over the east end in the morning, and then kind of worked its way into central Suffolk County. But we never really got into it in Nassau County in the city. We didn't really get those blizzard conditions, but they did get them in Suffolk County. And Boston, this whole area here, they all got slammed quite a bit by this storm. So looking at the current radar right now, not much going on right now. We're, it's finally moving away. But there have been a lot of power outages as a result of this as well. Massachusetts hardest hit, 83,000. It was up above 90,000 earlier. The Cape hardest hit because that's where they had the strongest winds. And there was some really strong winds over there. If we go and we look at the Weather Channel here, site here, again, they don't really have that image that we have, that illustration we're given here. But here's some of the wind gusts. Wellfleet got up to 82 mile an hour wind gusts. That's over hurricane force. So you get an idea there. This is from another article here about it. And again, Plymouth. They had flooding in parts of Plymouth. And the beachfronts closing. There was flooding in Nantucket as well. All that stuff going on from a major coastal storm. Let's go look at our latest in terms of the latest snowfall and wind reports that we have for you. And we're going to go to the latest snow reports right now on the National Weather Service site. This is the text of it. And I'm going to specifically go over Long Island here and our metropolitan area because this is where we got Levittown got 19.2. So it looks like eastern Nassau wound up getting into some of the heaviest stuff. Though Elmont's reporting 17.3. Massapequa was 16. East Meadow 14.4. Syosset 14 inches. Belmore 14 inches. Seaford 13.2. So they picked up a little more in the afternoon. East Williston just 12 inches and a foot. It's still a substantial amount of snow, but not compared to what they got out in Suffolk County. This is really impressive. Islip 24.7. That's the highest amount at the airport. Now, I assume there are a lot of drifts, but they say that this is not with drifting. This is an accumulated snowfall. But there is a lot of drifting out there. So you have drifts even higher than that, obviously, way higher than that. And a lot of drifting. And you can see that Central Suffolk area really wound up getting quite a lot of heavy snow there. Latest wind reports. Let's see if we have any new ones to report. The 63 at Nappyog. Stony Brook got 60. Great Gull Island 55. Bating Hollow 55. And in Connecticut, USGS Academy 63 miles an hour. And at a buoy east of East Hampton, got 58 mile an hour wind gusts. So, some pretty strong winds out there as well with this storm as well. So let's go to this map here that we have here that was put together by the Philadelphia. And blizzard conditions were confirmed in coastal parts of the area. So let's look at the map here. This is a nicer look, just kind of show you the snow reports. And you can see where the dark reds are clustered over that Central Suffolk area from Deer Park through Medford. This general Central Suffolk area, including the South Shore, seem to really get into some of the really heavy snow amounts here. And so we'll work our way across the island from west to east, I should say. And you can see lighter amounts generally in Nassau County, 12-inch, that's the Williston Park. Nothing in Mineola. 8.7 reported at Westbury, but that was 9:40 in the morning, so I think that's a little suspect. The 7-inch, that was 7:10 in the morning, so they probably picked up a little more. 12.1 in Malvern as of 6 p.m., so you get the idea that around a foot in this part of Nassau County. But as you go east, the numbers start going up. All right, and there's that 19.2 at Levittown, 10.5 at Farmingdale, 15.6 at Plainview. Then we go into Deer Park. I see a 19.4 over there, 12.8, 21 in North Babylon there, a 24.2 inch report in Deer Park, 13.8 in East Northport, 23 inches in Smithtown, 21 inches in St. James, and there's that 24.7 at Islip. That might be an all-time record. I'm not sure. We're going to have to check that and see if that might be an all-time record snowfall for Islip. 21.4 inches in North Patchogue, 19.1 in Farmingville, 21.4 in Blue Point. So you can see the Central Suffolk area from the North Shore to the South Shore, 22 inches in Bellport, 23.5 inches in Medford. North Shore seems to have gotten a little less. Mount Sinai 13.7. So, but then you have Centereach at 21.4, 16.5 at Sound Beach, 19.6 at Shoreham. We got that 16.1 recorded at Upton. So that's going to be what they have in the Pine Barrens. Ridge has a 12-inch. Shirley 18.5 inches. Speonk 17 inches, 14.8 in Remsenburg, 14.3 in Riverhead, 14 inches, another 14-inch reading in Riverhead. Going further out on the North Fork, Mattatuck 18 inches, 18 inches in Orient, 19.2 in East Hampton, and I don't even see the Napiog reading on here, but yeah, we have a 19.2. Well, the wind reading was in Napiog, so those are some of the reports across Long Island. See, there's Connecticut. You can see the city just got a lot less. Once you go into Manhattan, not even double digits. Only 8.3 at Central Park. LaGuardia, 10.5. Let's see what JFK got. 12.6. And then you work your way into Staten Island. It's even less. And New Jersey, even really less. Like the northern part of Jersey, they're like wet storm. 4 inches around Paramus. Northern parts of New Jersey, not that much at all. Westchester in a similar amount deal. But then as you head south, the numbers go up in Jersey. So starting to see those foot-inch amounts as you get in the Middlesex County. And then as you get toward the Jersey Shore, Eatontown 14.2. And as we get into Toms River here, you can see 19.4 reported in part of Beechwood. Downtown Toms River, 16 inches. There's a 21-inch report in Bayville. They're somehow arguing with, I don't know how to put that there, but this is 15 inches in Lonoka Harbor, 17 inches in Forked River. I think that's around what they got there. So a little more than Nassau County at the Jersey Shore, but not as much as Suffolk. Suffolk really, that Central Suffolk area, you pull this out, you'll see the red dots standing out there. And that's where you can see those red dots go all the way into New England as well. So you can see where these bands kind of set up here. 24 inches in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. 21 in Hingham. The Cape, not all that much snow there. Some areas, only 4 inches being reported. But that was as of 8 a.m. 12 inches at Yarmouth. We don't have anything from Provincetown. A lot of power outages there, so it might be resulting in delayed data connection. Logan, 23.8. So I think they're going to make it to 2 feet there in Logan. So and I think that might be the biggest snowfall ever reported for Boston. So, yeah, very impressive, say the least. Let's see if we can actually get that. If that record was confirmed, because there was a record there. And you can see 13 degrees, blowing snow and breezy, very cold. And if we can look at some of the observations that dealt with during the day here, you'd see here 14 and light snow reported at Norristown, but again, the winds have died down substantially from what they were earlier. And like I said, they had really just a bona fide blizzard there, all the way from New England all the way down into Suffolk County to parts of the Jersey Shore. Had those blizzard conditions. Now we're just dealing with this really, really cold, these cold conditions outside. Let's get to the current conditions out there right now. And boy, it is cold out there, and it's still windy, so the wind chills are below zero. 14 degrees reported at Farmingdale, 14 at Islip. I think we're going to see the base freeze over tonight with this kind of cold weather in place here. 12 in Eastport, 12 at West Hampton. Oh, that's Hampton Bays. For some reason, West Hampton doesn't want to show up in here. It doesn't have an observation. That's interesting. But you can still see some very strong wind gusts too with this. Look at that, 18 degrees on the sound there. West-northwest wind at 29, gusting to 45. So that's really, really cold. 15 degrees, Kings Point, Central Park, 13 degrees. And then if you go into Jersey, it's actually even colder there. 13 degrees in downtown Toms River, 10 at Miller Air Park, 13 at the McGuire Air Force Base. And throw the dew points in. We got dew points in the single digits to below zero single digits. So very cold, dry air now. At least it's cold, dry air. When it was cold dampness like it was earlier, boy, it went through. I see a 57-mile-an-hour wind gust here at Stony Brook. This is on top of the hospital, by the way. So that's why they always tend to read higher. But so that's pretty impressive, to say the least. Really impressive, to say the least. And the temperatures today, I mean, you take a look at the temperatures. We'll go through. We'll look at Islip's readings here, and you'll get an idea of the temperatures again today. You can see the temperatures really dropped as we got into the day. I mean, heavy snow, 15 degrees, and that means a lot of ratio, a big ratio with the snow. It could be 20 to 1. Could be a 20 to 1 ratio. So that means 1 inch of rain gives you 20 inches of snow. So that's probably that kind of, you could see those very strong wind gusts. They really got into that really heavy stuff out there in Iceland. And now they're still reporting blowing snow. The snow is still blowing around, and that is causing issues as well. And that we're going to continue with that into tomorrow, I think, as we deal with this. Let's go to the transit side of things just briefly here. Railroad is going to be restoring service 5 a.m. tomorrow. All right. NJ Transit will be restoring service at the start of the day tomorrow, which will be in about 15 minutes or so. MTA, they're still running limited service on subway, some subway and bus service. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see. I have a feeling trains are going to have issues with that blowing snow. It's not good at all. Could have issues in the morning, even though they say service resumes. It could be an issue. However, bus service is being provided between Ronkonkoma and Greenport and between Spionk and Montauk, as they've experienced significantly greater snowfall and drifts in those areas. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ronkonkoma line has some issues, because it's going to be going through that hardest hit area. Nice Bus is going to be resuming service. Well, they were suspended for a little bit today. Let's go in here and get that Suffolk County Transit. Let's see if there's anything from Suffolk County Transit. They don't say anything about tomorrow, so I'm assuming they'll be back running again tomorrow. As far as Nice Bus goes, nice service alerts. They have limited service, so limited service with hourly service, and then 21, 58, and 71 are not running at this time because of the road conditions. And again, by tomorrow, I assume most of this should be running again. There was also an incident on the railroad today where somebody had gotten stuck on the tracks, and they've done nothing on the Long Island Railroad about this. Over News 12 had something on it. And let's see, we're going to News 12. They had something on it. Yes, this happened here. This happened in Farmingdale here. You can see the picture here that they had. I'll bring you up to date here. Somebody's car got stuck on the track, somebody's SUV, and it got hit by look. It doesn't look like it was going too fast, but that was a patrol train there. So this is exactly why you shouldn't be out. They were stuck on a snowbank. Luckily, they were rescued from the vehicle, but still, people should not be out driving in these conditions. Not at all good at all. So let's get to the models here, and again, we're going to go look at the models here, and let's go to the Northeast here, and we'll run back I guess we can run back the GFS just to show you how this thing deepened. Let me run it back. Oh, I can't run it back? Oh, I thought some of these models I can run back. Maybe the NAM. Maybe we can run the NAM back a little bit. No, we can't. Oh, wait. Maybe if I pick an old run, I can run it back. Yeah, here. I just want to show you how this thing deepened. All right. Well, this is still... Yeah. I know, sometimes you can run back a model, but you could just see how this thing just took off and deepened and bombed. Look at the 12Z run here. All right, so this kind of shows you here how it bombed. So you can see how it just deepened. How it just deepened there. Unfortunately, it still doesn't go back far enough. I have to go back to maybe a 06Z run here, but just to show you how it bombed. Because the Weather Service had the Weather Channel had a great graphic that I can't really find. And I'm not going to spend the night looking for it, but you can see how the thing just bombed and exploded like that offshore right there. So let me go to the latest HRRR run, which will be the 0Z run we will use to look at our storm pulls away. Tomorrow we'll have high pressure built in, but it's going to be cold. High pressure stays in control through Monday. All right. But it is going to remain cold, so don't expect a whole lot of melting of the snow. However, it will compact because it is very fluffy, so it will compact, and it will also blow around. So temperatures, here we are. Temperatures tonight. We're going to probably have lows by morning into the single digits, probably 5 to 10 above, probably. It's going to be very cold in the morning, and tomorrow the sun will come out, but I don't think it warms us up that much. I think we get up to the mid-20s. That is it. That is all we are getting to. And then tomorrow night, we're still going to have fairly clear skies, light winds. A lot of us are going to see lows around 10 degrees. However, in the Pine Barrens and in those areas where radiational cooling is, actually, I think a lot of us will see 5 to 10 above, but I think where that radiational cooling is, below zero is a good possibility, especially in those Pine Barrens areas, West Hampton and Miller Air Park. And then for Monday, we stay cold. We warm up a little more, maybe closer to the low 30s, but we stay cold. That's the key. We stay cold, but we will see a moderation in this cold air as we get later in the week. So here again is the dew points, and you can see the dew point and wind flow, northwest wind, Arctic air in place tomorrow, in place for we start to see it ease a little bit on Monday. So now you get an idea of what's kind of happening over the short term. Let's go to the CONUS view here, looking at the GFS. And we will go ahead and look at the GFS here. And this is we actually have the 0Z GFS to work with, so that's good. Let me get this out of temperature mode here, so we can look at the weather. So high moves, you can see a little low there forming over the. It looks like it's going to stay out in the ocean, so that's good. Then the next really chance of precipitation we're going to have is with this cold front on Thursday, and it's going to be a real warm surge ahead of this cold front. So it's going to be a lot of street flooding when a lot of the snow melts Thursday and Friday, and we got the rain on Friday. Front moves offshore, and we have cold air building, returning to the picture on Saturday and Sunday. And then as we head into February, it looks like another storm takes place, but this one looks like it would be rain with warmer air, but still very intense. And we'll have to keep an eye on that, obviously, through the period. But let's go to the temperature anomaly chart just to show you that it will be warming up. So if they're dealing with some really cold weather, we'll see temperatures moderate. Tuesday will be near average, and we're going to be above average on Wednesday and above average on Thursday, and well above average for the early overnight hours. Early Friday, cold front comes through, and then we get to some frigid air on Saturday and Sunday, little break, and then after that, you can see more cold air coming down. So we're going to continue to see these cold air outbreaks with some short breaks in between. So let's get back to the Northeast, and we will look at how this impacts our temperatures as we head into the rest of the week. So here we are. So in this cold weather, you see we're in the cold air now, and then that's Monday's the last day of the month. Snowiest January on record, I believe, one of the sites. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to go through all the records tomorrow. I don't see any announcement of records set at Islip, so we'll have to see if there were any records set over there. But for Tuesday, February 1st, we are finally getting above freezing. And then for Wednesday, we make it up into the mid-40s, so it starts warming up. That's when we're going to see a lot of this melting. Thursday, really warm in Jersey. Could be over 50. And this surge of warm air is going to really come in with the LLJ type of situation Thursday night into Friday. That's going to take away a lot of the snow. And then for Saturday, here into Saturday, you can see the return of the cold air and temperatures. Once again, highs not making it out of the 20s again. For Sunday, a little bit milder there as we head into February. But you can see, we'll just run this all the way through to the end. You can see there's more cold air in the future for us. So let's go ahead and look at the dew point chart so we can get an idea of where the wind flow is coming from. Obviously, as we head into Tuesday, you see an easterly flow setting up there. And then as we get into Wednesday, we got a southerly flow. That becomes a southwesterly flow on Thursday, and that's going to really bring in the warmth. Could be an LLJ type event with some strong winds and higher humidity, and then this cold front comes through, and we hopefully clear it out. So I guess that's the next thing we'll look at is the skies. Let's go to the RGM for that. So here's the RGM. And here we are with the clouds for tomorrow. You can see the clouds is currently what we got. We're going to get rid of these clouds. We may be dealing with an occasional maybe high cloud or two, but I think it'll be plenty of sunshine tomorrow. It's maybe a few more clouds toward later in the afternoon, the evening into New Jersey. And then for Monday, we'll have a mix of sun and probably some high clouds. And for Tuesday, that east wind, it might start pushing some marine cloudiness into our area. If I want to go beyond that, well, we'll go to the NAM next, NAM sky cover. Again, this is the 0Z NAM sky cover. You can see maybe a few clouds, but maybe a few in the morning. But other than that, I think it's a mostly sunny day. Should have plenty of sunshine and some nice blue skies to enjoy the freshly fallen snow. Monday looks like plenty of sunshine. The NAM seems to think we'll have plenty of sunshine over Long Island. Then the Tuesday, we'll have to deal with some more of those clouds. Now, as far as getting beyond that, we have to go look at the GFS, and you can see more clouds here. It'll be probably fairly cloudy with that. And then again, with that rain, could see a lot of rain from that. From this would be our next precipitation event here. You can see some rain that could wind up being heavy at times. And then that moves offshore, and then Saturday, hopefully we have more clear air building in. Let me look at the sky cover here. And it looks like we'll have some clear skies for next Saturday, February 5th. We should have some nice skies. So, yeah, I know it's been... this has been a long weather update. I'm on for a while already. There's still a lot to, talk about with this storm. It was quite an incredible storm for certain parts of our area. Kind of wish I was out there filming it, but at the same time, you have a sense of self-preservation not to go out in these kind of conditions because it is not safe to do so, especially the timing of the storm being overnight. And, in Nassau, we really didn't see any really bad conditions. It was mostly in Suffolk County. That's where the blizzard conditions were confirmed. We did not get blizzard conditions in Nassau County, but they were confirmed in Suffolk County, of course. So I think that does about cover everything. So hopefully things will start getting moving again by tomorrow, but it's going to be, like I said, a very, 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 very cold night tonight. And it's still going to be windy out there too, so those wind chills, below zero wind chills tonight here. So that's your special weather statement from the Weather Service here. Areas of blowing and drifting snow, wind chills below zero. Areas of blowing and drifting snow will limit visibility into the morning hours. Wind chills will be 0 to -5 overnight in the morning. So bundle up if you have to go outside. But other than that, I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching. Stay warm.